slap the VAR lines up there, and I am staring down the line. But hey, let's talk about another event in this game. Lukaku scores a goal that is disallowed for offside. Okay? Mm-hmm. They slap the VAR lines up there, and I am staring down the line.
Dude,
to see
it didn't look straight, or like it didn't look correct.
He very well could have been onside.
If you looked at the lines on the field, like I'm talking, they cut the grass differently so you can see the lines. It clearly looks like Van Dijk is ahead of him.
Yep.
And Lukaku's behind the play. When that went in, and they were like, oh, it'll be offside, and then they showed it, I looked at my wife and was like, nah, he's onside.
Yeah. And
then it was like the skin of my teeth that he was offside, according to VAR.
Well, that's the thing. VAR is supposed to come in and give everyone so much confidence in every decision. And it has done nothing but just make it worse. I look at that, and I'm just like, he looks on to me. And they say definitely off. And, like... I think
we
y'all
dodged
got
a bullet on that one.
I think y'all got away with one. Another crazy moment from VAR. Absolutely ludicrous. Man City Everton. Everton again giving Man City a run for their money. They just can't catch a break right now, except when the referees bail them out.
Oh my goodness.
Man City go up 1-0 late. Then I can't remember if the time before or after their goal. There is a handball in the box by Rodri. Handball. Clear handball. Yep. I mean, I can't see a single person would say that's not handball. VAR's taking a look at it, and they don't call the referee to go look at it. The announcers are saying, oh, there was offside in the build-up. Turned out to be fake, or not fake, but the offside happened after the handball incident. Just shattering. To make it all worse, Everton receive an apology from head referee of the EPL today. A personal phone call saying, "Hey, we're sorry." Is that enough, Zach? Is that enough?
Listen, this is a weird moment for me. I've never found myself cheering for Everton as a Liverpool supporter. I gotta say though, they were hard done. Clear handball. Clear handball. I'm talking to a buddy of mine who is very into the ref scene. He's going for his national badges. I would consider him a good ref. And man, he called it wrong too. He was like, it's like a 75% handball, so you can't call a handball or a PK if it's not 100%. It's clear as day.
Yeah.
Richarlison goes in, shoots it off Ederson. Ball shoots up in the air, and I mean we've all been there where it's bounced off something and the ball is just spinning like crazy. So Rodri's expecting this thing to drop in front of him, bounce up, and hit him in the chest. It takes a weird bounce and comes out to his right side. He sticks an arm out, and it clearly hits him in the bicep.
Well below the T-shirt line, which has been the controversy.
Right, exactly. And, like, I do not see how someone can look at that and go, that's not a handball.
It's basically in his armpit. Or not armpit, like the, what is this?
The
crevice of your elbow.
Yeah, your little elbow crevice.
Yeah, it's in your little elbow pit. It was clearly...
Your elbow pit.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
So, the implications for that call as well are just astounding. Now, here's the deal. I never looked at the Man City-Everton game as a place where City were going to drop points, right? So, all in all, it turned out kind of as expected, right?
Yeah, but Everton's points, they're just above the relegation zone right now. I don't think it'll make a difference, but it might.
True. And I'm not even looking at it from the Everton standpoint, because if they go down, they go down, and that's whatever. I'm looking at it from the Liverpool standpoint, where if City drop points there and we win the next game, we're only a point behind. And then we play City April 9th. And, you got to believe that that's going to be a crazy game. A lot of implications. It was going to be fun to watch. And now it's just hard. It's still hard to believe that Liverpool will be able to catch City being 3 points behind. Well, 6 points right now with a game in hand. But the implications of that call, I think, are far-reaching for this title race. I still think it's out of Liverpool's hands at this point.
Well, but here's the thing. Setting the consequences aside, the call is so
garbage.
Atrocious. They don't call him over the monitor. They say, oh, an offside happened in the build-up, which then it didn't. And then they're calling up Everton the next day and saying, hey, sorry, our bad. Like, it doesn't feel right to do anything else, but leaving it at this doesn't feel right. You know what I mean?
So
it doesn't
what do you
feel
do?
right. Yeah, it doesn't feel right to maybe replay the game from that point with a penalty. That seems bizarre, impossible, impractical. It doesn't seem right to just give the game as a draw, maybe, assume the penalty is made, it's a 1-1. That doesn't feel right because you never know what happens. A goal changes everything, right?
Right.
So
Right.
Nothing feels right to do, but leaving it just, oh, yeah, sorry about that, feels extremely wrong. I don't know what can be done.
And I think it feels more wrong because I think we can all understand human error, right? Let's say that VAR doesn't exist and the center ref has to make that call, in-game decision, massive implications, and he's just not on the right side to see it clearly and doesn't call the PK. I guess as a fan, I can understand that. Now, am I still going to be upset that the handball wasn't called? Of course.
Right.
But I can reason my way through, well, he's not in a good position, he's behind the play, it's unfortunate, human error. VAR, on the other hand, has come in and been touted to be the thing that will get rid of that, right?
Right.
Offside, going to be called down to the centimeter. Every single, controversial decision will be it's going to be refereed correctly and correctly called. And they take minutes to look at this over and over again. And then they don't even call the center ref over to look at the monitor.
Yeah.
They they essentially look at it from a couple of angles and they determine that there wasn't enough evidence for a handball. It's pretty clear when you look at it replay after replay after replay. It's a handball. He sticks his arm out. It's in his elbow nook. I mean, that's the part where it's like VAR either needs to get immensely better or just get rid of it.
Yeah,
or
I
just
agree.
Get rid of it.
As they'd say in England, that's a stonewall penalty, bruv. Stonewall. But
that's a beautiful accent. Where are you from? What?
Damn. You know, I got the skills. But yeah, my biggest thing is the center referee sitting there for like 3-4 minutes in the center, just like telling people, nope, I'm listening, nope. Why isn't he looking at it too? You know what I mean? Why?
Exactly.
They're already pausing the game to look at it. If he's jogging over to the monitor and they have to say, oh, it was obvious, we're good, or I just don't see why immediately he's not jogging over to a monitor and just looking at it with him. It should be his call on everything. It shouldn't be some people that don't feel the pressure, that will receive none of the heat, right? Because they're sitting in some office looking at it. They don't hear the fans. They don't have to deal with that. You know what I mean? If they make the wrong decision. Opposed to the guy on the pitch, he has to face the repercussions from fans, from coaches, from managers in his face if he makes the wrong call, which I think adds good pressure onto him, right? So
yeah.
I don't get why he's not trotting over to the monitor and making his own decision.
100%. And I think you touched on a great point because VAR is also supposed to give the center referee confidence in essentially making no calls sometimes, right?
Right.
In terms of being like, listen, I wasn't there. I didn't see it well enough. Mm-hmm. I'm going to trust VAR to have my back that I made the correct decision. And then on a call like that, they don't even pull him over. He doesn't even get a chance to right his wrongs, essentially. Right. He's trusting that team to have his back. And I mean, to be honest with you, they let him down immensely.
Big time. They let him down.
Big time.
So bad. And see, if I was a center referee, I'd be like, fetch these guys. I'm going to go look at it myself because my name's going to be in the newspaper. Not you sitting in a van or doing whatever. You know what I mean? My name's going to be in the newspaper. I'm going to look at it. I honestly would say keep VAR, but play it on the big screen over and over again and have the referee mic'd up. They do that in rugby where the referee, like, everyone in the stadium can hear him and they talk through stuff. Why isn't he sitting there like, okay, well, there's contact there. Doesn't seem enough to me. Seems like a dive. Let's leave it on. You know what I mean? Everyone in the stadium, all the commentary knows, oh, there was his thought process, right? And
I agree.
Then you can disagree with him, but you hear his thought process, and I feel like that ends a lot of disagreements. I'm sure the refs wouldn't like to be mic'd up the whole time, but
I mean, they don't even need to be mic'd up the whole time, but I kind of like that.
Thank you so much for checking out this clip from the assistant manager. Please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and share with a friend. Appreciate the support.